I've just got an espresso from my county's main hospital. They've got a coffee shop here. We're going to correctly and that's right. I've been spending time at the county psychiatric wards. I didn't probably see that coming. But last night I got thinking, hang on, I've actually lost 29 years to a set of really bad ideas. Um, and I suppose this is why I'm doing the website. No register. Uh, to actually make it so that or one of the only ones whoever goes through something like that. What are these? 29 years. Gone. Of course there are reasons why a set of bad ideas would take hold like that. They became emotionally charged, disguised as something other than what they were. And yeah, I spent a significant portion of those 29 um, enthralled by the bad ideas, and then trying to figure them out. And, 29 years gone. It's not like though I didn't do anything. I had some great adventures during those 29 years. Some really shit times. Some great adventures during those 29 years. And it's, like I say in the podcast, it's this cumulative process. And you sort of figuring out who you were all along and who you could be. The two, it's a combination of the two. They're quite interesting, I think. Maybe it's my age or whatever. I don't actually know. Maybe this is something that many people have to go through. I hope not. Uh, but it is quite a great experience to think that I've lost 29 years. Not lost, like I say, I've had some great times during those 29 years. But I could have done so much differently, so much more. Um, Squandered many years within those 29 years. What for? Just a set of emotionally charged ideas, like I say, disguised as something else. And it's been figuring that out. It's been so rewarding, and it is rewarding to do it on your own. I mean, many people pay therapists or whatever to do stuff like this. But again, like I said in one of yesterday's podcasts, uh, you take pride in the craft that you used to get to your new milestone, your new possibilities. That's very a little focus on that. Setting up the website and doing podcasts and all other sort of stuff. It's sort of been a way, again, pointing to the podcast, for me to craft something out of all this that's worthwhile. Would actually be of use to someone other than me. Like I say, I've surmounted a state of emergency. I've emerged from something into something better, uh, but that process continues. And as I emerge into my espresso and water, I await what other adventures will come to bring about another state of emergency. I'm back at the ward after my coffee, and a few things struck me while I was walking back from the coffee, and one of them is Then now, as with the title of this video, it's also clear in retrospect. It's also obvious, all the adventures and misadventures, all the what they call repetition compulsion, where you're repeating the same scenario in different circumstances. It's also obvious now. All the videos that I did that were sort of finding their way. Quite strange, but quite a moment to take pride in, like I say, because I have done this pretty much on my own and figured out a way to do these things. They sort of say when you get things down on paper, the narrative therapists, that you can sort of make sense of it. And I think the same applies not only in writing, but in if you speak to a microphone or a camera. You can make a lot of discoveries. These little things that just add up to a bigger picture and show you the way to emerge into something and someone better, as I keep saying. But yeah, like I said, there's many people like this who seek better things, better ways of life. Not everyone, but for those that do, that's what all this is all about. I'd hate to think that anyone would go through the experience of losing 29, 30 years nearly to a set of bad ideas that were just wrapped up in all this emotion, so that the emotional charge detracted from the fact that they were just bullshit, basically. And I needed to sort of tone it down and see things for what they were. But now that it's done, further adventures await. I don't know whether I'm going home today from this hospital. Could be a bit longer. I'm not particularly fussed. Things are going okay. I'm on meds, a degree of meds. The psychologist said Nietzsche really needed something to take the edge off, because he ended up, as you know, in a pretty delicate state. Just needed something to take the edge off. And that's how I handle this stuff now. But yeah, but like I said in the podcast again, this psychologist said it's amazing that you've done what you've done on your own. I sort of have and I haven't. You know, I had, like I said, I had exposure not only to the drama triangle growing up, but the impairment dynamic growing up. You know, as the years progressed, I'd get exposed to more people involved in the drama triangle. But that early grounding, and other people who tapped into the impairment dynamic, who are there and help you author better ways of doing things. They're really important. And I don't think I'd have had it any other way. And on this sunny but overcast day, in many ways, I sort of do try to figure out what next. What's yet to come? How long have I got? That's what Mum used to say. Though, go out and meet the world. But how do I go out and meet the world? Who am I? How do I interact with people? It's been a long time. But now, with this freer sense, with a significant milestone, a significant circumstance surmounted, overcome in so many ways, it's quite the daunting prospect. what do I do now? Obviously, I'm going to do the website and videos and podcasts and writing for a bit, maybe for the duration. And there are many ways of meeting the world. I spent a lot of time in my flat. Uh, there's not a lot to do in my hometown externally, really. I don't know. But it is interesting. There is a sense of possibility that I haven't had for a long time. And I hope that going out and meeting the world taps into those possibilities.